It's something. When I nail different keys to the case, people scatter and get quiet. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I told you in the last video that May, was it 16th, 18th of 18, my ex-daughter-in-law, Melissa, document a liar, and she was just documented showing off in front of the new girlfriend. Her and the kids making up the mean games of pretend. They just documented they were just lying for the girlfriend to get the house. That's all they were doing. That's all they documented. They just documented mean games of pretend. Okay? They were just showing off for the girlfriend. Okay? Because they got caught stating we're making everything up, and she got caught stating they were lying and telling them to lie, and a whole bunch of stupid lies. Okay? All right. Now, she's okay. Everybody's fine. Christmas is 17. Told you we dropped off the bikes. We had permission to leave them in that house with the gift cards. We come back. Her sister Jackie's there, their family. Everybody's fine. She makes fun of Dave having pot in his system. And they said some other lady bought the bikes for him in their church. And I'm like, what do you mean somebody else bought them for him in the church? Okay? And they're making fun of Dave, and everybody's fine. And I thought maybe he cheated on me with some kind of drug addict whore. I wasn't wrapping my mind around it. So not alone. I mean, we had a nice talk. Everybody's laughing. Fine. I don't see them again. I always said March in the video because that's when we put our house up for sale. But we put everything in storage. I explained that because we were changing dates of closing on both houses. And we put it in storage in my youngest son, Danny's. And so May 16th or 18th, I have a text message to her trying to get a hold of her because we had to drop John's stuff off from the garage because we had to clean out the garage. And John called us. She's leaving me again. Well, they had broke up so many times over 10 years and got back together. Don't say anything. She's leaving me again. When we pull in, see her packing through the window. She comes out, hi. Okay. And I said, well, we got John's stuff. And she's like, put it against the house. The kids are running around, hi, and everybody's fine. We're talking about our new house in Ravenna. And closing on both houses. And just a nice conversation for a minute or two. And then we leave. She's fine. This is May 16th, May 18th of 18. Now, we close on both houses on May 25th of 18, okay? Now, Dave hits me with a board in the face within 2 or 3 days. Goes off to the store and he meets this Michelle, okay? Within 2 or 3 days, that's when my house is broken. We're not even moved in. I didn't even have my refrigerator moved in. We couldn't order. Oh, no, the house didn't come with a refrigerator, and they kept changing the dates, and we couldn't order a refrigerator till we got moved in. And then they had to order it to deliver it, and it took 2 weeks. We had to live without a refrigerator, lived out of a fishing hole. Okay? And and it took us about 3 weeks to get all that stuff out of storage in Danny's. We weren't even moved in. We didn't have hardly anything in that house. So, yeah. So, thinking back on this, where they already were planning and trying to kill me at Lennox, the 4 attempts, the attempted kidnapping, attempted carjacking, the follow rounding, and the attempted break-in. Okay? And it's Dave and Strange's church. Okay? Okay? So Dave meets his new girlfriend, like the guy, February 25th, 22, McDonald's. Her ex-husband showed up at the store, told everybody there he didn't want her anymore. Been trying to get rid of her for a while. Nothing he did worked. Okay? Ask everybody in that store to help, and it's been them doing it to her the whole time. Okay? Alright. So he takes, what I figured out is he probably took what they're saying, where they knew about, well, John's kids did know Michelle because he called her Auntie Michelle. He took that girlfriend, what they're saying is Melissa was part of this whole thing. Instead of just showing off for her like the police acted like. She just showed off for her. Okay? Just lied. Made a bunch of mean jokes. Just documented that. She wasn't part of it. She's just showing off. She's lying. Kids are lying to show off. Okay? Just mean jokes. Well, the way these people were acting, that they got together, came up with this whole crazy plan that they have someone break in my door before I'm even moved in, all the way. Within the first 5 days of me moving there, 6. Okay? Make up a crazy story of, it doesn't make any sense. Our door's knocked into the wall. Maybe a realtor passed out another key, so I'd buy it. So we wouldn't call the police. Okay? Because nothing's missing. Okay? There was hardly anything in there, but our big TV was in there and naked. Okay? See what I mean? So I could set up their dirty cameras. She just left my son for good, my oldest John. Now Dave's trying to kill me. Now she's done with my son. She's friends with the girlfriend that wants everything. Dave's trying to kill me. How about? I'll kill John's mom. Get even with him, and she can even watch his mother die. And there ain't a thing he can do. Well, we're in it with some people that do drugs. We can date a drugger. We can human traffic her. Make some money on the side. Have some guys go up and rape her and make some money. Violate her. There's nothing he can do. We can destroy her in front of him. He can't stop us. Is that what they're saying about Melissa? She was part of this whole fraud, extortion, and rape group. My father used to look at me. When you talk to me, you choose your words very carefully. You waste my time. You choose your words very carefully. I usually hesitate every time when I talk. I think about what I'm going to say. My ex used to get mad at me because before I would talk to him, I'd hesitate. He's like, what? You going to sit there and act like you're dumb? I'm like, no. I'm just thinking about what I'm going to say. I learned to choose my words very carefully at a young age. She better learn to choose her words carefully. Because like the Amish men with the beards, I called that FBI. They're breaking. They paid off that agent to let me die. And to cover his tracks, he opened up that state case, turned it over to the police. He has a recorded statement, me asking for help, him agreeing to protect me. And that cop talking to Dave, per requirements of justice, to be in somebody's home. You can't be in somebody's home but that. So what they have before is fraud. It's fraud. Extortion under fraud. My one friend Walter said, you, in your videos, you break it down so basically it's funny. It's conspiracy to commit extortion under fraud. You can't get money under fraud. It's where they said they made up a case to watch me before they did something funny to me before because she liked him. It's made up. It's fake. It's fraud. It's fraudulent. Okay? You can't extort money under fraud. They can't enter fraud. Cops can't break in somebody's home because they found a retired judge's daughter and there's some dirty cops helping out in fraud and extortion and drugs and human trafficking people. And where they're saying Melissa was part of this whole thing to get even with John. And killing his mom and totally destroying her in front of people because she was done with him and he couldn't stop her. And then they paid off that agent to look the other way. And then the impersonating federal officers, the drugs, I guess photoshopping or sour saying that's really sick. But this isn't funny. And to let those men violate my body like that with drugs and raping me under drugs so I wouldn't know it, they're sick and satanic. And Melissa, I'm going to put it this way. That agent opened a state case like the Amish men with the beards where they sat and watched those Amish people. They caught those kids stating they wanted the house for Auntie Shell. They knew about Michelle. And they were making everything up to floor. And like the people in Walmart, oh my God, I almost died. There's men and women following me around. I knew they were investigators. Now, the water shame guy is 5'10" to 6 foot tall. And he's got black hair, black eyes, and a yellow tattoo. There's this little 5'5" guy, black hair, black eyes, bubble jacket, no yellow tattoo, and 5 to 7 inches too short. They surround him, and I'm thinking, wrong guy. He yells at me at the front tax stand in January 19. I don't know nothing about no water shame. He screams at me in front of Walmart. I walk off like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. They grabbed the wrong guy. Well, everybody's getting followed around. They caught Melissa telling the kids to lie. And the kids stating they were lying for that girl to get the house. See, they were showing off for that retired judge's daughter. They were just mean jokes and her showing off. And that's all they documented it as. She was just being, or I said a bitch before, she was just being a jerk. And the kids were just showing off for that judge. They said they're just trying to scare you out of the house. They just want you to give it up. They're just lying for that. And like they always do. And they were rambling about it like crazy by the 1st of January 19. And I mean, everybody knew. It was wiped out so quick, it wasn't funny. And everybody wouldn't quit talking about all that. They all knew they lied. Okay? All right, so now, none of this, she needs to choose. They all caught all them lying. All the police know they lied. Even the Stark County sheriffs were laughing where that weird Kurt they talk about. Okay? Oh my goodness, Kurt just found out those kids were lying. He's going to kill her. I saw, now my car's bugged from that protective light case. I'm sitting outside the Stark County sheriffs. Now one of them have to watch or listen to me every day for the protective light case. I think they forgot they're supposed to protect too. And they came out laughing. And Kirk just found out those kids were lying Islam. Okay? All the police know they lied. Maslin, the police told Mount Carmel, Illinois, is documented me games to pretend. See, they just put it off that she was showing off for the judge's daughter. My whole family was interviewed. They spoke highly of me. In 18, they yelled out. This case has not been top secret from the beginning. Walmart 62 has been the hottest mess. I have had, God heaven, oh my God, I had 2 large African American men come at me, 350 pounds. They, 10, 20 guys surround me. They block the aisle. There's a big scuffle. They're blocking both ends, and there's the biggest scuffle at the end, and they won't get to the point. They're almost on top of me, these guys, and they will not even let me out of that aisle for over 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, till they clean that up. Okay? There is another guy that's stalking me. 3 guys chase off. Okay? There is 2 guys coming at me, and the same thing happens with the scuffle thing and in the aisle. Okay? There is another one. They had to get out of my face. There is who else? I mean, I'm trying to think of all of them. The one guy showed up and said strange hired. I mean, he's seen with attempted kidnapper and attempted carjacker and threatened a knifer guy. That's a whole different guy. He's 5'10", 6 foot. Terry's seen him when he tried to kidnap me. And he's, I would say, 30 to 40. And he's 6 foot, white, with black hair, dark eyes, and about 180 pounds. And he's 30 to 40. The other one's 40 to 50. No, the What a Shame guy's 40 to 50, but the other one's 30 to 40. The one that tried to kidnap me. So I had them, and I had this one investigator. I had all those people coming at me. I looked at Walmart, and I thought, I can't today. I can't let them grab more people today coming at me. I can't. I drove down to Fisher's. I got what I needed, and I went back to Walmart, and I had an investigator get in my face and yell at me in front of people, if you don't pull over, I can't arrest him for stalking. This case has been messy, sloppy, loud, and out in public because they hired a lot of mean people to hurt me. A lot of mean people. It has been out there, loud, messy, and sloppy. And where these idiots hacked into it and sold it, and it's public knowledge. These other people that they yell stuff out in Walmart now, and they have since 19 to get these idiots to stop. Like, it's ridiculous for any child to be afraid of Karen. She's nothing but good and love. Karen's one of the best women you'd ever meet in life. Oh, there was another one. 3 guys chased off. Another stalker in there. I told you it's been a sloppy, hot mess of out in public demonstration of horror. In front of people. And I go in Walmart 60. Oh yeah, she's the one or extra to have murdered. Okay? Is he in jail? No. Now, like getting back to what I said, when I said that is what's going on, where Strangers Church and that other church was involved, uh, and there were failed attempts. Mm-hmm. Failed attempts. Um, it is what's going on. Dave hit me with a board and face for smarting off to him. He went out and he met these people in the store. We had only been up there, like I said, Melissa was fine with me on the 16th or 18th of 18. We move up there on the 25th. Told her I only seen everybody at the end of the car for 2 minutes. The 25th of 18, we closed on our house. He hits me in the board in the face like the 28th of 18, and we're broke in before June 1st. So he just took that girl and probably that group down to meet Melissa and the kids so they could discuss how to handle this and set this up. And with her being done with my son forever, that they could kill his mother in front of him. And there's not a thing you could do. And where they could violate me. I am a really modest person in public. I was totally devoted to Dave. I extremely modest because I was apostolic, only wore skirts. This case has been horrifying of being violated, and the thought that because that a cult has went into murder to allow this group think that it's okay that they can corrupt a couple cops because she's a retired judge, to do it on their own in a fraud case, and people stay out of it. It's not okay. There's nothing admissible. You can't extort money under fraud. You can't break in private homes and stalk people. And you can't extort money under fraud. And date, rape, drug that victim, and then human traffic it, and let men break in and violate them and rape them and violate their bodies. And you can't, I guess, Photoshop shower scenes and other things and then try to extort money. You know, it's one thing when you think you're just known as a show off, making up mean lies to make it up to look like you're being a badass in front of the girlfriend, the new girlfriend, trying to make a name for yourself. And people are wondering why you're acting out. And you're just trying to look, they consider you stupid. And that's how the police and investigators called her, stupid. Okay? And they called her stupid. Okay? And all the police know she lied. This is what's going on. They went down and came up with this plan. And she thought she could kill John's mother in front of him and totally violate me in front of him. And he couldn't stop her. And where Dave wanted me dead, now it was unstoppable. See, all the kids were caught lying for the girlfriend. It was just fucking shit. See, the men that watched me swear like sailors. And then they paid off that agent. Of course they did. When I called the hotline. See, if I would have had a good agent. Oh my God, if I would have, I handed the FBI, if I would have called the police, my God, Katie would have been in jail the first day. The first fucking day she would have been in jail. With Sarah at Zales. when she was working there, her manager had went over to that other jewelry store and her coworker working with Katie, and they had come up to me. Katie said her church is gonna have men kill you, and I'm like, what? They got a plan to kill you? And I'm like, what? And she's like, they have a plan to do away with you once and for all, and they're going to have men kill you. And we're scared. Are you going to call an investigator? They're going to call a police, or what are you going to do? You can't just let her say that. And it's morbid the way she's talking about. Yeah. Do you know conspiracy to commit murder? You can get life in prison. Planning somebody's murder, you can get life in prison. I had 3 witnesses when I called the hotline. She in jail? No. She get a ticket? No. Does Dave acknowledge hearing it? No. Yeah. Did I tape him? Yeah. Did the police? Yeah. Did she go to jail? No. Why? Exactly. There's no damn excuse. Even some other guy that works the case, there is no damn excuse for this. No damn excuse. You can't just kill someone. You can't just commit crimes. There's no damn excuse. There's no damn excuse for this. No. What's going to be your damn excuse? Huh? What are you going to be a damn excuse? What's your damn excuse? I want to know what their damn excuse is. That I moved up there? That my idiot husband and his church were trying to kill me? That he went off and found a retired judge's daughter that was in with a drug group? And they got in it with that occult that was trying to kill me, came up with this plan, had some dirty cops, and it was some drug dealers knocking my door? Started setting up illegal surveillance on their own? Started date rape drugging me with the drug dealers? Started human trafficking me under date rape drugs for these idiots to rape me and violate me? Photoshopping shower scenes in hard telling what else? And drugging me up and telling me to say stuff so I wouldn't remember under amnesia drugs? And thinking they're funny? And then when I called the FBI, impersonated an FBI agent, make a copy on my phone and mock me, and then pay off that agent so he don't help? There's no damn excuse for this. There is no damn excuse. And somebody needs to start doing their damn job. Somebody needs to start doing their damn job. Because there is no excuse. None. None. Police and agencies can only be in a home under a state-registered protective light case, recorded with your voice, asking for help, and them saying they'll protect you, and the other person in that home knowing of the threat. I didn't talk to anybody in June. Or May. Not honey. And nobody ever questioned me or wrongdoing. And when I called the FBI, they didn't mention anything. Because their accusations were fraud and made up. And they were all on their own, doing all this shit and making everything up on their own. It's just them running around lying to everybody. I can pass a PCI background check right under FBI. Yeah. Go under the Portage County Courthouse records. It's just my divorce. I can get a CCW. I can have a notary license. I'm squeaky clean. Like the main cop that went today. Will gave Karen no wrongdoing in life because she didn't abuse it. And the worst thing you ever did wrong, honey, is bend over improperly. This whole thing was planned out. You know, I said that tonight. This is what happened, isn't it? They met up all together and planned this crazy shit out, didn't they? And I said, I'll tell you what, Melissa better choose her words carefully. Like my father used to say. She better look at him and say, me and my kids were just showing off for the girlfriend. We were just making stuff up on camera for the girlfriend. Just like the police documented. They just were lying for the girlfriend. That's all they documented. They were just being jerks for the girlfriend. That's all they documented it. They didn't document it as the perpetrators, as accessories to these crimes. Does she want life in prison? Because when I saw that tonight, alone in my house, everybody scattered. Because this is what happened, isn't it? Dave hit me with a board in the face. Went off and met that girl. He took that girl and probably that group down and met Melissa. Met the grandkids. Got together. Came up with this fucking plan. Knock on my door. Set up their illegal surveillance. Come make up an excuse that a realtor passed out keys. We only been in there a few days. Then start dating because they're in with the drug dealers. Ecstasy in me. Date human slave drugs. So I'd do what they say and I'd be wide awake. Start human trafficking me. Wake up with bruises. Let these evil people rape me where I'm devoted to Dave. And I'm a private person where I am conservative and I wear skirts and covered up and let these men violate my body. And then Photoshop shower scenes and then show it to people. And then let these other men break in and violate me. And then, because she just left my son a week before that. And she's done with him for life, and so she can kill and destroy his mother. And there's nothing he can do. Well, Dave wants to kill me to get everything. Now he's got this killing group and drug group, and now they're unstoppable. And she's done, and she can kill his mother, and she wants to be part of it. And look, John, I can kill your mother and be part of it, and you can't stop me. That's what's going on. Do you want to say that? Tell her to choose her words carefully. Because it's one thing. See, I called an FBI. I called the hotline. He opened a state case. It's like the Amish men with the beards. They watched for a long time. And they finally got the guy with the knife cutting that guy's beard off. And you know what? It's not like the guy with the knife couldn't say he didn't have the knife cutting the beard off. And I'll tell you what. The police have known since 18 all those kids lied because they thought they were just being jerks, being show-offs for the girlfriend. And so was Melissa, just being a show-off. And that's all it was documented. It was me, like Massillon Police, they're documenting me games of pretend. They thought they were just showing off. Now, if they want to say they were part of fraud and all this other stuff, and extortion, human trafficking, drugs, kidnapping, with attempted murder. I mean, we got life and plus in prison. Choose